global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness today. Hours ago, a lot of events happened in Nigeria, from Nnamdi Kanu's legal case to what happened in Daida International Market, where the Northerners went into the Igbo community building market, southern building market generally, but predominantly you get to see more of Igbo men there, burnt down their wares, ranging into hundreds of millions of naira. Well, right now the police have brought sanity to it, but we are going straight back now to Anambra State, and the communities have sworn to do this when it comes to the issue of UGM. A lot of issues. Honestly, Nigeria is on the mercies of the Most High. Before we go to the news proper, I would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see about notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. But there are indications that some Anambra State residents are planning to confront the hoodlums wreaking havoc in the state. UGM have in recent weeks killed a number of people, including security personnel, and burnt public property in the state. It was learned that community leaders, mostly in Anambra South, are compiling the names of those suspected to be behind the killings and arson with the aim of confronting them. According to a leader of a vigilante group in a community in Ihiala local government area, they have identified some of the criminals. He said, and I quote, "We have the records of the natives that have been giving them information, and already we have in police custody 18 persons who have been helpful with information. We have decided to take a bold step to help ourselves. And if it means dying, we shall all die. And rest that survive will continue with their lives." I take that again. You see, if it means dying, we shall all die and rest. Those that survive will continue with their lives. We have also informed the security agencies about what we are going to do, and we have been assisting them to fish out those boys and girls who have been assisting them, that's the criminals, because strangers cannot act without information. Meanwhile, lead counsel for the Indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Ifeanyi has confirmed the meeting between Governor Charles Soludo and the Indigenous people of Biafran leader Nnamdi Kanu in Abuja. In a statement yesterday, Ejiofor said though the highlight of their meeting remains private, Kanu reiterated his concern over the activities of some people who have nothing to do with the Indigenous people of Biafra but wreaking havoc. He said, and I quote, "In view of this long-held position, Kanu consequently distanced Indigenous people of Biafra IPOB from the nefarious activities of the criminals who are desecrating our land and promised that their end is near." He added, Onyende restated that Indigenous people of Biafra IPOB is a peaceful movement and not in any way associated with any form of violence. No doubt the federal government has nothing to place before the court to justify the bogus empty charges filed against Onyendo. It is strict, therefore, that you cannot place something on nothing and expect it to stand. Nnamdi Kanu continues to plead for calm, insisting that the strategy of the distractors to provoke retaliation will not succeed. It is ostensibly a dead-on-arrival strategy targeted at his peaceful movement. A lot of the reactions have trailed this, but let's start firstly with what they have plans for UGM. At this stage, they will tell you there's this normal adage that it is somebody from your household, that can either maim you or harm you or mar you. It's easier. Even the Holy Book will tell you man's worst enemies from his household. All right, this issue of UGM, they've said several things about UGM. The security personnel in their own little way have tried to stop it, but UGM the worst part is UGM could be anybody and anyone trying to commit some sort of crime or some sort of atrocities or menace, and it has almost become a norm where you could see the push to turn Anambra State and the whole of Southeast to a region filled with anarchy. Some could be justified, where they, talk, but others are not justifiable. You can't justify the fact that infrastructures built with taxpayers' money just goes off in flames without anyone taking responsible. Sometimes it's a case of people losing their lives and wares. Sometimes it could even be politically generated and no one knows. So the best thing to do is to find a way around it. And the vigilante people have decided in their wisdom to say, look, if these guys are outsiders, they are not, it's not, they can't just come into a community and know what to do for time. There has to be insider, which means in that whole issue of it is UGM, the people don't accept them. There are still people who believe in them, who lost what they do, who believe they're doing it for their purpose or for their cause, or who benefit from this whole activity. And now the vigilante have decided to compile names, but they have also made up their mind. This has to stop. And that's where the citizens meet their governor halfway. It's always best, personal opinion now, it's always best for the governors to feel the pulse of the people and carry them along. I must give it to Soludo over so many things. He may not be the perfect governor, but honestly, compared to the lot, he's been doing his best. He went, visited Nnamdi Kanu. How many of them really, ever since Nnamdi Kanu came, visited him? He became a governor just a few months ago. Already he's doing giant strides. He's doing everything humanly possible to see how he can put Anambra back on track. And that's the very moment he steps into governance. That's when Anambra became something else. Anambra have been having small flashes, but ever since he mounted that seat and promised to take Anambra up to a place of glory, it is as if Anambra have been remembered for every nefarious act. And the people, seeing the effort of their governor, have decided to meet him halfway. And the vigilante have made up their mind. It's either we die or we live. And if you're going to die, let's, so that those who will survive it will have a peaceful Anambra. And I think that's the mindset we should all be doing when it comes to the issue of Nigeria. We should all make up our mind together. Let's make this thing work. We can't always be, when something happens, we keep running. For how long will you keep running away from your home? You keep hearing youth saying, I want Jackpa. You want to Jackpa and go where? And leave the place for Maroonders to take? You are Jackparing to where? To diaspora. So that by the time you come back, somebody from God knows which of the neighboring countries will now come and take your land and claim that in 1942, Usman Danfodio gave it to him. Is that how we are going to make the... Even if you want to even say you want to go your separate ways, is it when you finish separating, you now leave? Don't you think they will take it? We should all have this mentality of you fight what belongs for you, what belongs to you, till you get it. That's going to wrap it up. I do know definitely there will be more on this. We'll keep you updated as it keeps coming up. Let's wait in our conversation. What's your take?